Hello, my dears. This is Resilient Lives asking you to pause. We're back on that pausing. How'd you like that dedication to pause? How did that spark any thoughts within you? Well, we're here today and we're pausing, sending a little love. I mean, the weekend is upon us again, and here we are. So hopefully you have had a pretty good week and things are going well for you and with you. I know that we have been focusing really intently on doing those things that help us to thrive. Like this, we are sending virtual love and hugs and helping each other to think on the positives, those things that are lovely. We've been playing with our mind, it's a mind thing. And so we're thinking on those things that are going to be positive, that are going to help us to grow, to slow down our pace and appreciate this life. When we started this pandemic thriving, we were all over, we were running to and fro and we were used to our own independence and going wherever we wanted to go. Then wham, we stopped. And part of that's been good because we've had a chance to reflect on what's good and what's not so good. And so here we are, changed, looking at how we want to live the rest of our lives. We really do want to live the rest of our lives. So I'm just beaming some love to you and suggesting that we hold our protocol and to stay the course. It has been disturbing to see that some states, the activity of the COVID-19 has started to rise, because the thought was we all wanted to get out. We wanted to get out of this box that we had been placed in. We wanted to get free. And so we were doing the things that would help us to be free. We were observing the protocol, washing our hands, not touching our face. I never realized how much I touch my face. I almost have to sit on my hands. I have washed my hands so much I don't even recognize them. But that's all in the new behavior, the new way of being, because we want to thrive. And in that wanting to thrive, we had to remember the cognitive damage that our toll that it's taking on our mental faculties. We want to be out. We want to resume some type of format in our lives so we'll know what day it is. We can rejoice and do the things that bring us joy. So it was curious to discover that we are wanting to thrive and wanting to live, and we are doing those things that are necessary. We're slowing down. I've received some of your comments. We're allowing meditation and crafts and yoga and different things that will help us to settle down and be at peace with ourselves. So it's interesting to come across a study where a doctor is talking to 7 of his heart patients, and he gives them this challenge. He says, you have heart issues, and if you don't change your life, you're going to die. Now, this is in a book call immunity. And the surprise to me is that he said this to 7 people. You know, if you don't adopt these behaviors, these healthy behaviors, you're going to die. And I know I certainly would jump on that because I want to live. And only one person made the commitment. And so he's talking about there are some who have a difficult, they have an immunity to thrive. Well, if they have an immunity to thrive, we are definitely for thriving. And what would make someone choose that? And I'm not so sure that they are purposely choosing that. I just caught a glimpse of the abstract of this study, but it seems like there are behavior patterns at work again, making decisions. A person decides on the behavior, or they decide, do they want to do this? Or will they be comfortable in the behavior that they have? Or or do they have some other competing goal? How much is it worth to them? So it's something that maybe you should consider and look at, because I then wonder if those people who are not abiding by the protocol, if their behavior patterns are such that they don't believe that that this is a risk, and they're willing to take that chance, not only for themselves, but their actions are going to impact others. Well, our actions are aimed at thriving. The weekend is upon us, and certainly we're going to stay with that which brings us life. And so I would just encourage you to know that you're loved, and to be with people of like-minded who have your values. Because it's interesting, but a lot of these behavior patterns seem to relate to even the people that you are around. So you got to watch your crowd, and then you got to watch what you're thinking. Just to think that you would have an immunity to change when we need to change. Change is a part of life. Those people who are able to change are able to deal with obstacles. You know, we have talked about accommodating and adapting. And so that's the way we deal with obstacles. We accommodate, we look at it, and then we adapt. We talked about the novelty of doing things differently. We never talk about giving in to not wanting to thrive. The thriving for us is to flourish, to achieve our goals, to rise up, relax, living a better life. And so hold that thought and let me hear from you and hear what you're thinking about this. But please do not develop an immunity to thrive, because that's what we're doing now. We're working on thriving and sending support to each other virtually, letting each other know that we belong to each other, letting each other know that one day this will come to some type of end. It might be a new way of being in the world. So know that you're loved. Sending you a hug. Be good.